Bolovinaka, my name is Ratu Naivitale Navuku, and I've been assigned to introduce this oral presentation from COMS 502. This group consists of 3 members, and we are from Group E. And the title or topic that we'll be discussing is classification of metals. Without further ado, let's jump into our first discussion. Why is it important to identify metals? It is very important to identify metals because it enables engineers to maintain the product quality, or it helps those engineers know what to spend for the cost of materials, to know how far or how long the materials can last for, and to always keep us from getting injured. So that's why it is important to identify metals. What are the 2 types of metals? The 2 types of metals that we've learned is ferrous and non-ferrous metals. First of all, ferrous metals contains iron and is very magnetic, whereas non-ferrous does not contain iron and is non-magnetic. An example of ferrous metals are steel, cast irons, and wrought irons. An example of steel, or an example of a material, is doorknobs or other doorknobs in our houses. An example of a cast iron material is a frying pan, and an example of a wrought iron material is fences or gates. An example of non-ferrous metals are gold, aluminium, and lead. We all know what material gold is from, and we know an example of an aluminium material, which is foil, and the last example of a lead material is a pencil.
Hello, my name is Namina Pinawa, and this slide shows the aim of our presentation. The aim of the presentation is to identify the 4 unknown metals that are shown on this slide. In order to identify the 4 different metals, each metal must undergo different tests. The first test is hardness test. This is where each metal is scraped using a file. The second test is a weight test. This is achieved by holding 2 different metals on each end and comparing the different weights. The third is magnetic test. This is where magnet is placed closer to each metal, and if that metal has a magnetic reaction to the magnet, then it is magnetic. The fourth test is visualizing test. Visualizing test is just an observation of the color and the surface of the metal. Is the surface smooth or is the surface rough?
Hello, my name is Ken F. Sitima, and this is just an additional test to the test that was mentioned in the previous slide. This test is known as a spark test. It's known as a spark test. How to achieve this? We achieved it by grinding all the metals with a grinder, and the spark that creates is how we identify the metal itself. For some metals, there is no spark. It creates no spark. So what we do, we use this tree diagram that is showed right here, where we start off at a magnetic test. Now, a metal can be strongly magnetic, or slightly magnetic, or non-magnetic at all. So using this diagram, we can identify the metal using its weight and its other type of information.
So shown on this slide right here is how a metal is identified through the spark that it creates. Uh, Shown on these different diagrams are the different length, width, and the brightness of each spark that each metal create. So each table will show which type of metal, commonly steel, uh, are known as. So these are the results for the unknown metals that underwent different type of tests. The first one is aluminum, the second one is brass, the third one is medium carbon steel, and copper is the last one.
In conclusion, it is clear that there are two types of metals, ferrous and non-ferrous metals. Identifying metals is important in engineering field. This can be achieved by a variety of tests.